Hi guys, how's everybody doing? Thank you for being here tonight. You guys are awfully close to my face. Oh my God, this is so much fun. There's a lot of people you could be having sex with tonight, but you chose to do it with us, so thank you. Thank you to Sarah and Caitlin and Chance and Farida and Avery. Did I miss anyone? Thank you to Flutter. Thank you for being here. There's a lot of phones in the air, folks. Let's lower them. I'm just kidding. I actually do. Tag me at Connor Malbeuf. I'm so excited to be here. I just want to set the record straight, though, right off the bat. There's going to be a lot of gay jokes. I didn't think straight people were coming. There's not many of you there, but there's some. So I just want you to be aware. There's going to be a lot of gay jokes. But I had to sit through 4 years of health class learning about vaginas, so you can sit through 20 minutes of gay jokes. Yeah, 4 years, guys. I know more about vaginas than the Constitution. No, seriously, more, like, I don't even know how to do my taxes, but I know the inside of a female's body part that I've only explored once. Yeah, and I never need to do that again. Yeah, that's time I'll never get back. Brittany, if you're out there, you. Especially because girls in high school, like, they didn't realize they could shave. You should have. You should have, because I had to endeavor into that. That was a lot. It was a lot. As you grow up as a gay guy and you have like straight friends, they always say no homo, as if it's like some sort of indicator of like they're getting a little emasculated. You know what I mean? They're like, I love LaCroix, but no homo. You know what I mean? It's like, I love you, dude, but no homo. I really want to bang my girl in the ass, no homo. And it's like, no, that's pretty homo. That's pretty homo. Straight guys, you want it in the butt just as much as we do, except we'll give it to you. Yeah, your straight girlfriend's not gonna do that to you. She doesn't really want that. And a lot of people ask me, they're like, what kind of gay are you? I'm like, I don't know, the one that sucks dick. Like I'm not sucking vaginas. That's definitely not happening. I don't want that bayou swamp. Really. Yeah, and that's me saying that politely. Yeah, no, seriously. I always wonder, I'm like, okay, well, what kind of gay am I? I'm not a bear, obviously. I'm like in that in-between of like super gay sometimes, not gay sometimes. Like I'm not Anderson Cooper, but I'm not Boy George. And I'm not Ricky Martin, but I'm not Shawn Mendes. I mean, guys, come on. It's gonna happen, right? Like, I do have a thing for closeted pop stars. I really do. Does anyone else notice how I'm doing this with the microphone the entire time? Donald Trump. Are we gonna impeach him already? Like, when's it gonna happen? Does anyone want Donald Trump impeached? Come on. Yeah, but I always wonder, I'm like, what would Donald Trump listen to on his iPhone? You know, I always wonder, I'm like, what would he, first of all, he probably doesn't even have an iPhone. He probably has an Android. I don't trust those people. You know, when you get a green text and you think you're being hacked, you're like, what? You're like, what's happening? You're like, what's happening? Seriously, I always wonder, I'm like, what is he listening to? I feel like he listens to the Amazon forest just burning on loop. He's like, peaceful. I love that. I love that song so much. I definitely think he listens to Russia's national anthem. Ah! I don't actually know how that goes. But I think I did listen to it like briefly, and I like played it on my phone, and it was like very motivating. You're like, this is kind of great. Like if you ever are bored and want to listen to the Russian national anthem, you'll be surprised with yourself. It's kind of motivating. Like it's a great cardio song. Really good cardio song. Like for a second, I turned straight when I listened to it. I was like, I want a Dodge Ram now. No, I don't. My cat listened to it and she turned into a Siberian tiger. Yeah, seriously. Like, ah! No, but I think he listens to that U2 album that magically appeared on our phones. Because if there's something Donald Trump loves, it's people that don't ask for consent. Yeah. He did that, remember? Yeah, he did that. Yeah, she's like, oh, I voted for him. I'm just kidding. I mean, women in America did let us down. So, white women in America, I'm just saying. No, but as you do know, I am very, very gay, and a lot of people are like, well, I mean, how gay are you? Well, I'm like, okay, so this is how I put it in perspective. I can change a flat tire, but I might be late to brunch doing it. Yeah, and I go to the gym, but I gotta go to the steam room. And you take that as you please. I have an iPhone, but of course it's rose gold. I drink water, but of course it's LaCroix. Pamplemousse, that's the key indicator there. And I go to baseball games, but I do it with a dick in my mouth. Yeah. Also, can we have a conversation that baseball is the gayest sport that ever lived? And I think we need to reclaim it for our own. Seriously, think about it. Think about it for a second. Men with tight pants, ankles exposed, big asses. All day they play with balls. All day. They hold a large piece of wood. It's just guys. Sometimes they wear jock straps. There's occasionally drunk straight girls in the crowd that shouldn't be there. You know those ones at Pride? They're like, we're an ally! And we're like, F you, get the fuck out of here. This is not your party. You can go down the street. You can go to Arby's and go fuck yourself, okay? No, seriously, it's the gayest thing ever. I'm like, and there's parades. Everyone's color coordinated. Like, seriously, gay guys in the room, we need to like reclaim baseball for our own. This guy's like, come on. I know nothing about baseball other than those facts, but we need it for ourselves. So, I mean, it's the least we could get, for fuck's sake. We can't even get swimming anymore. And Speedos were ours. But I always think gays get away with a lot more than straight people. But in retrospect, I went to this thing last night called BDT. Does anyone know what BDT? He's like, yes. You look down. Well, BDT stands for Big Dick Thursdays. Yeah. He's like, I go every motherfucking night, bitch. No, BDT is Big Dick Thursday. So basically, you walk into Foo Bar, they take a photo of your penis, they put it on the wall, and if yours is the biggest cock of the night, you win $1,000. You're like, I need to go to this. He's like, how do I get invited? Is this at the Grove? Did I miss this? Was this at the Cheesecake Factory? Because I love a big dick and a cheesecake. Seriously, extra cherry on the top. But no, seriously, Big Dick Thursday, I'm like, this is f***ing insane. This would never happen in the straight world. Like, imagine it for women. What would it be? Like, Tight Pussy Wednesday. That'd be really gross. Like, imagine the bouncer saying, welcome to Tight Pussy Wednesday. It's like a voice of God. Welcome, as if all bouncers sound like that. Welcome to Tight Pussy Wednesday. Vaginas up, ladies. And they would just put it on the wall. That would be pretty gross. That would be like a wall of black holes. The Amazon forest if they're not shaving that week. Seriously, that would be both like an anatomy lesson and an astronomy lesson. It would be a lot of things. And I know a lot of things about lessons because last week I went on Ancestry.com and I learned a little bit about my last name and what it meant. So for those who know, my last name is Malbeuf, which from French to English means diseased cattle. Super hot, right? Super hot. It's actually so good because the last name is so bad that I now fall under the diversity hire category. Yeah, it's working really great for me. Seriously, people like feel really bad when you have a bad last name. They're like, oh, so sad. You must have had a rough childhood. I'm like, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. No, they're like, no, like, here's a candy cane. I was like, no, I had a pretty good childhood. They're like, no, you didn't. But I go on Ancestry.com because someone told me, they're like, your last name relates to what your like far ancestors did in the past. So I was like, what the fuck were my Malbeuf? Like, did we have something against meatloaf? Like, were we Shia LaBeouf's ancestors? Hot. I win. I was like, if I'm related to Shia LaBeouf in any capacity, sign me up. He also like suddenly transformed from like a maniac to like a hot maniac recently, and I'm so into it. I saw him on the street the other day wearing AirPods, and I was like, I have AirPods too. So I go on Ancestry.com and I find a little bit of information about my past, and you're in for a treat. So I go on the website, and his name is Jean-Paul Brebeuf. So him and his cute little family, they raise cows on like a little riverside town outside of France. It's like super cute. They're like him and his wife and his 2 kids, and then they have a little butcher, and then they sell the meat from the cows to the entire village. And then you keep scrolling, and then it turns out we poisoned and killed the entire town. So Brebeuf became Malbeuf, and I was like, oh, this makes sense. So we killed the entire town and gave them all mad cow disease. Great. Great. Then they killed half of my family and then exiled the rest to Canada and changed it from Malbeuf to Malbeuf. And now we are the diseased cattle family. So cheers to us. Yeah, cheers to us. So I'm kind of in a panic and I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, tell me your side of the family is something better. She's like, no, not really. I was like, what do you mean? Like, what did your side of the family do? She goes, well, my great-great ancestor, he was a carriage driver in Ireland. And he was a drunk, and he killed a wife and her 3 kids. I was like, oh, fuck. But then I was like, wait, we were the original DUI? Kind of, like, Khloe Kardashian took from my family? Bitch, where are my royalties for this shit? I was my family was the trendsetter for the DUI. Like Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, they all owe me a lot of money. Oh God, it's been pretty insane. I've been in LA an entire year now, almost. Yeah, thank you. An entire year, but it's kind of crazy. And like, I still remember my first job in LA. We got a whole lecture about consent. Who was that? He's like, what's that? What's that word? Well, consent means you shouldn't be putting your dick in someone that shouldn't go. Yeah, human or not. So that got really weird. And no, so basically we have this whole thing about consent at the workplace, which I think is great. You shouldn't be putting your dick where it shouldn't go. No means no, okay? I think it's fairly self-explanatory. But this guy comes in to teach us all on how to approach someone if you want to have sex with them at the bar. I'm like, well, this is a little weird for work. Let's just start off like that. But I'm not going to argue because it's a free lunch and I love sweet green. But what happens is he comes up on stage and he goes, I'm going to teach you guys how to ask for consent so you know you're good to go and you're not going to get sued in the future. I say, great. Great. But first off, I think it's very clear. Like, I don't think we need to ask explicitly when we're going to have sex with someone. Like, no means no. If I run away from you, it also means no. If you have a mullet, it means no. If you're wearing a muscle t-shirt and you don't have muscles, it's a no. Yeah, if you're wearing a superhero shirt, it's a no. Sorry, I'm just like naming my standards at this point. You know what I mean? But he comes up on stage and he's like, okay guys, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna look the person in the eye that you're in love with and you're gonna say, hey beautiful, do I have consent to penetrate you? I was like, what the fuck? If someone said that to me, I would run away so goddamn fast. Like faster than Lindsay Lohan's career. Just like really fast. Really goddamn fast. But seriously, it's like crazy. And I've been in LA I've been here an entire year and I've seen some shit. First off, I haven't got chlamydia or a parking ticket. Which I think is like the omen of Los Angeles. If you got a parking ticket, if you pass that whole probation period, no chlamydia, no herpes, and no parking ticket. Thank you very much. I did get pulled over the other day. I was in the carpool lane, and there was only me in the car. He pulls me over and he goes, sir, there's only one person in the car. And I was like, rude. I'm on a conference call, bitch. 6 people are on this line. So really, joke's on you. He didn't like that very much. So I did get a $400 ticket. I had $400! I know, he's like, you could get a Tesla. I was like, do you know what I do for a living? That's not gonna happen. But seriously, I'm like, oh my God, there's so much. I mean, first of all, I can't even believe that I get told I look like Shawn Mendes every day. Every single day I get told that. They're like, hey, you look like Shawn Mendes, but the Walmart version. I was like, thank you. I love Walmart, Smart and Save. No, I find it weird when I get called that I look like Shawn Mendes because I have this fascination with this term called doppelbanger. It's when you only have sex with people that look identical to yourself. I also find it weird when someone says I look like Shawn Mendes because I literally masturbate to him. I'm actually like masturbating. So am I masturbating to myself at this point? Like, should I just masturbate? That's weird. But no, a lot of people say, you look like Shawn Mendes. I once got, you look like Shawn Mendes, but the eBay version. I was like, eBay doesn't even exist anymore, that's rude. And then my favorite one though is you look like Shawn Mendes, but the Pornhub version. And to that I say thank you. Also, I can't believe people pay for porn. They pay for it. And this kind of goes back to that idea of like, my iTunes and stuff account is still linked to my dad. So it would be very awkward. He just goes, hey Connor, what's like Wild Wild Deep Down Under? Like, what is that? I'm not sure. I think it's a movie with Woody Harrelson. I really don't know. But seriously, people pay for it. They also pay for dating apps, which I find, Grindr is $19.99 a month for premium to get herpes. Like, you're paying to get herpes. I could get HBO and Hulu for that price, and they will not give me herpes. Seriously, I think we need to reevaluate this entire thing, guys. If you're paying for it, we got a major problem. Major problem. Has anyone ever been ghosted in this city? It's so sad. That was like the saddest clap. They're like, yes, I still don't know why. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Why were you ghosted? Do you know?
I told her I was a comedian. She said, tell a joke right now.
So he said, I told her I was a comedian. Yeah, that will do it. That'll do it. That'll do it. What can you do? But yeah, I got ghosted in the city, and I find it really strange because there's not many places gay guys can go without seeing our exes. Like, seriously, my friend was like, just avoid him. And I was like, you can't just avoid him. Gay guys in the city go to the same 5 places. The Mariah Carey, the Christina Aguilera, the Britney Spears, the Robin, and the Carly Rae Jepsen concerts. Seriously, where else are we supposed to go? Like, you can't even go to Starbucks and get a croissant in peace without seeing the guy who ghosted you. It's true. It's true. You know what I mean? Actually, I think there's one place you can go. And that's the baseball diamond. Because that's ours now, gays! Guys, thank you so much for being here. My name is Connor Malbeuf. Thank you to Sarah and Caitlin and Frida and Avery and Chance. Thank you to Flutter. Thank you for donating money. Part of the proceeds are going to the LA LGBT Center. God knows they've tested you 100 times. So let's give back, bitches. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.